There was a night when the moon lost itself in its own glow, and the stars, in secret, were writing something across the sky, as if retelling an old love story. A faint ache in the heart, an unfinished dream in the eyes, and a voice in the memories that still echoes. Was it love, or a game of fate? Have you ever thought that love never truly ends? It merely hides with time, waiting for that one moment when two hearts meet again. This is a story of those moments, where every heartbeat turns into a memory, where every tear hides a promise. Will those two hearts, which once lived for each other, find their way back? Or will fate keep them apart forever? Come, let's embark on that journey, where the colors of love, the notes of pain, and the stars of hope shine together, and behind every story lies the secret of a heart. There was a night when the moonlight shimmered so brightly, as if a love story was being written across the sky. And on that very night, Sia was born, a girl whose eyes held dreams and whose heart flowed with deep rivers of love. This is the story of Sia and Aarav, a tale of love that still touches the hearts of those who hear it, for it is not just a story but a feeling that resides in every heart. Sia lived in a small town where life flowed slowly, like an ancient river. Her father was a school teacher who loved books more than anything, and her mother ran the household, cooking meals filled with the fragrance of love. Sia herself was a dancer, and every gesture of hers was magical. When she danced, it seemed as if the breeze swayed in rhythm with her. One day, a grand fair came to the town, filled with colorful swings, the sweet aroma of delicacies wafting through the air, and faces glowing with joy. That's where Aarav arrived, a young musician who played the guitar, his voice carrying such pain that listeners forgot their own sorrows. Aarav's childhood had been full of struggles. His father had passed away when he was young, and his mother raised him through hard labor, but he had made music his companion. At the fair, Sia was dancing on stage, her red scarf fluttering in the wind, and when Aarav saw her, his heart stopped, as if time itself had paused. He picked up his guitar and sang, "My heartbeat faltered the moment your eyes met mine," and as Sia heard it, she turned to look. Their eyes locked, and from that moment, a unique love story began. The next day, Sia and Aarav met again at the fair. They strolled together, laughing and joking. Aarav said, "Sia, your smile is like the first ray of the sun, chasing away the darkness." Sia blushed and replied, "Aarav, there's magic in your voice that touches my heart. It feels like we've known each other forever." Their days passed like a dream. They sat in the park, talking for hours, Aarav playing his guitar while Sia danced. Their love grew like raindrops soaking the earth. One evening, Aarav said to Sia, "You are everything to me, Sia. Without you, my life feels incomplete." Sia held his hand and said, "Aarav, I love you endlessly too, but my family, my father is very strict. He won't allow a marriage outside our caste." Aarav smiled and said, "Love is above caste. Together, we'll make everything right." But life is not so simple. Sia's family found out about their love, and her father, red with anger, declared, "This boy is not worthy of us. He's poor and cannot keep our daughter happy." Sia wept and pleaded, "Papa, love doesn't see wealth or poverty. Aarav is my everything." But her father refused, locking her in the house and threatening Aarav to stay away. Heartbroken, Aarav spoke to his mother, who said, "Son, if your love is true, you must fight for it, but first, prove yourself." Aarav decided to leave the town. Every night, he called her, saying, "Sia, I'm living only for you. Everything will be okay soon." Meanwhile, Sia was alone at home, her heart breaking. Her father arranged her marriage to a wealthy man from their caste, but Sia's heart was shattered. She secretly listened to Aarav's songs every day, crying, wondering if their love would remain unfulfilled. Time passed, and 2 years went by. Aarav had become a famous musician, earning money and buying a house, but when he heard about Sia's impending wedding, his heart broke. He decided to return from Mumbai immediately, thinking all the way about how to save Sia. Meanwhile, preparations for Sia's wedding were underway. Her mother saw how heartbroken Sia was and said, "Daughter, if your love is so deep, you must fight for it, but your father won't agree." Sia replied, "Ma, I'll die without Aarav." The wedding day arrived, the mandap was decorated, guests had gathered, and Sia sat as a bride, but her eyes were filled with tears. Aarav reached the town and stood outside Sia's house, playing his guitar, singing the same song from their first meeting. My heartbeat faltered, the crowd heard it, Sia heard it, and her heart raced. She stood up from the mandap and ran outside, calling, "Aarav." Aarav embraced her, saying, "Sia, I'm here now. No one can separate us." Her father saw this and, furious, shouted, "What is this spectacle?" Aarav touched his feet and said, "Uncle G, I love Sia beyond measure. I've proven myself. Please give me a chance." But her father refused, calling security to push Aarav away and dragging Sia back inside. The climax brought a twist. As the wedding began, rain started pouring, lightning struck, and Aarav stood outside, crying, "Sia, I can't live without you." Inside, Sia, weeping, decided she wouldn't marry. She ran out, but in her haste, a car hit her on the road. Aarav saw it, ran to her, lifted her in his arms, and rushed her to the hospital. The doctors said Sia needed blood, a rare group, and Aarav's blood matched. He donated his blood, stayed by her side all night, praying. When Sia regained consciousness, she saw Aarav and said, "You saved me." Aarav replied, "You are my life, Sia." This incident changed Sia's father's heart. He saw the depth of Aarav's love, apologized, and said, "Son, you've proven yourself. You two can marry." In the resolution, Aarav and Sia got married, and the entire town celebrated. They opened a school for music and dance, teaching others about love. Their lives were filled with joy, and every evening, they sat together, singing and dancing. The moral is that true love overcomes all obstacles, even defeating death, and in the end, love always triumphs. Even today, when people hear their story, a pang stirs in their hearts, and they wish for a love like theirs. For without love, life is incomplete, and Sia and Aarav's love, like the moon and stars, will forever shine in people's hearts, leaving listeners with goosebumps and a tearful smile.